Hey everybody. So I'm going to do a quick video shorts and just paste them all together with the goal of just teaching how to reload straight-walled pistol cartridges. These are 44 Magnum cases. And so I'm just going to go through the steps of what to do. So I've got some here that are fired and ready to be done. And yeah, so we'll get started here. So the first thing I do is I use a universal decapping die. That's the first thing I do, is screw that right in here to my trusty rock chucker press. There. I've already got a shell holder, which is this piece here, set to fit a 44 Magnum case. And so, as you can see, here's one that's, so you get focus. So I do a quick inspection along the neck, which is the end up here where the bullet goes, and just make sure there's no cracks. If it looks good, we want to get that primer out of there. And that's what this die does. So we're just going to pop it on the shell holder, lift the ram, and you'll hear it pop out. Well, you'll see it pop out. It fell right there. It usually falls in this little plastic thing. The next one will knock it in. Okay, and so now there's no primer in there. So I'm going to toss that into this little container here. So I'm doing it one-handed with my left hand, and I'm a righty, so that we can show you the process. Holding the phone, it's usually quite a bit quicker to do, but I've got my assistant over here watching, making sure all safety procedures are followed. While I do this, let's talk about safety. So, reloading is a wonderful, wonderful hobby, and it can be perfectly safe, or not so much. So, it's on you to follow videos and read books and instructions and learn from other people that have been doing it for a long, long time. I'm 51 now, and I've been reloading since I was about 16. And so, yeah, I learned from a very experienced reloader back then. So, you just want to, the thing about reloading is take your time. Don't rush. If your mind is on something else, don't do it, you know? Just take some time off. This should be sort of your Zen thing, where you can just hang out, go through your steps, and get all your cases ready so that you can reload them. There's a bunch of different stages to it. I should say steps. And again, this is only the way that I do it. This is my process that I've been doing for many, many years, and it works for me. I'm not saying you have to do it this way, but it's suited me very well. And I'm sure someone will come along saying I'm doing everything wrong, and that's okay. Again, you do you. And it doesn't matter what kind of gear you use. You don't have to have a super expensive automatic reloader and, you know, power trimmers and all this crazy stuff. And, you know, stay within your budget. You can always upgrade stuff later. Again, this press I've been using since I was 16. And yeah, it's served very well. And I just don't think I will ever leave it. I've done a couple little upgrades here and there, like to the trimmer and the powder measure, but I'm still using the same old scale I started with as well. So yeah, so once we get all this done, we'll pretend that we did that whole thing, and we will. The next step I do is I tumble. And there's a whole bunch of different styles of tumblers. There's wet pin tumbling, corn cob tumbling. Again, do what makes you feel comfortable. Wet pin tumbling to me seems like it's probably the best, but at the same time, it's, boy, you gotta rinse after and then dry your cases, and so for that reason, I don't like it. So I just use this. And so this is corn cob media with some Dillon polishing agent dribbled through there. And so basically, you just take your cases, plop them in, and when I get the rest of those other ones done, I'm going to take a dryer sheet, cut a sliver or two off, and put it in there. It helps to collect all the lead residue. And then I'll turn it on, and I'll let these go for probably 3 hours and then check them. Usually 3 hours is enough, unless the cases are really, really bad. And again, all this is doing is it's making them nice and shiny. So this whole batch here has already gone through that. So as you can see, I don't know if it's going to focus, but nice shiny brass. Cleaned out the primer pocket. Is that focusing? No, sort of. It's nice and smooth now, so it'll glide through your dies a lot nicer for the next steps like sizing and such. So yeah, that's kind of it in a nutshell for now. So that's the first step to reloading 44 Magnum. And again, I plan on just doing a couple of like series things like this, and then uploading them to YouTube. And I might take a bunch and piece them together. Maybe I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I'm just winging it. That's all I do. You've seen my channel. That's what that's what I do. Yeah, so like and subscribe, and if you have any questions, paste them in the comment section. I'll try my best to answer them. And if you have any new ideas or anything that you want to see, or have a question as to why I did something the way I do it, post that too. More questions, the better. All right, guys. We'll talk to you next time.